Hello, Kwamina.
Oh, hi.
My name is KhoPhi. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, KhoPhi. How are you too?
I'm good. I'm here with your 23.3 questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Let's start with your podcast. What is it about?
So Afdtechtalk is a tech podcast where we discuss tech trends, tech themes, both in Ghana and then beyond. The objective is to tell the African tech story.
That's nice. What goes into preparing an episode?
Well, for the most part, it's just freestyle. So we actually just meet and then we just throw a few topics around. And then we just pick one that we are all very conversant with, and then we just start discussing. But for some of the more technical questions, we actually prepare beforehand and then just do it. But it's all unscripted. We just like
Freestyle.
Freestyle.
What's your recording studio setup like?
All right. So currently we are using the Queen's Dome studio. It's on the Spintex Road. It's a great place, great sound isolation, great lighting as well. We hope to introduce YouTube videos very shortly.
Yeah,
so,
I'll be looking forward to that.
Just watch out for that.
Do you consider yourself a good cook?
Actually, yes. I have been cooking since I was 12. I had to learn to cook for my little sisters who are not so little anymore because our parents used to come home from work late. So the first meal I cooked, I was in JSS2, it was rice and egg stew. I've been cooking since. So I make soups, stews, sauces, chicken wings also. Very good chicken wings.
I need to come around and taste that sometime.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite food you like to prepare so far?
I'm probably going to get a lot of slack for this, but my favorite food is boiled yam and garden egg stew, or plantain and contemporary stew.
That's a nice
Don't forget
choice.
to add some nice Kobe to it. I really like that.
You're making me hungry already. How do you come up with articles on Afdtechtalk?
So it depends. There are various thematic areas that we consider. So some of them are things that are happening in Ghana. Some are things happening worldwide. Some are, like tech narratives, and then some are our opinions. So depending on which of the areas it falls into, it can take from 30 minutes all the way up to like 2 weeks to even come up with one. I wrote an article about the tech landscape in Ghana. That one took me about 3 weeks to prepare because I needed to use a lot of facts and I needed to cross-check all of them to make sure that I'm not
Very necessary. That's exhaustive.
Yeah, extremely exhaustive. Yeah.
Who came up with the name Afdtechtalk, and what's the story behind it?
That's a good one. So that's back in January 2016. It was one of my New Year resolutions to start Afdtechtalk. So I was with one of my friends, Isaac Yawije, and then we were brainstorming what names to give to it. Took us some time because we were trying to find a very good one. But at the end of the day, we were very sure that we wanted Tech Talk to be part of it. It was a play on TED Talk. But the first part was where we were having some issues. And then I had read an article about how unconventional some naming schemes are. So for example, if you look at Apple, initially Apple has nothing to do with, silicon and electronics. But now if you hear Apple, you're likely to think of the iPad Pro before you think of the fruit. So I was like, what if I can just take 3 random letters, string them together, and then over 3 years, 4 years, 5 years down the line, let it stand for tech. And I think so far it's been pretty good. People are saying it means African development. It means all.
It's good to have the rumors around there.
Yes, so many other rumors. Android for dummies and whatnot. But we transcend all of that.
Okay.
So that's how the naming came about.
In 3 words, describe the tech ecosystem here in Ghana.
Well, I would say it is nascent. That's the first part. It is going through a rebirth. I think Edem Kumoji, Andy and I spoke about it on season 1, episode 14 of our TED Talk. So you can just go and check it out. The second, I think it is promising. There are so many very interesting strategies and startups coming. And then third, I would say it's also quite challenging because, let me just give an example. When it comes to having data for you to be able to use to make decisions as to the product to make, as to the market to target and so on, most of the time it's unstructured, and the secondary data that is available is probably not extremely accurate. So you would have to do a lot more of processing it, or even finding it out in the first place, and that alone is quite some hurdle to cross. So I would say it's also a bit challenging.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'll probably have to hold this.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
I am Batman.
Okay. Twitter versus Facebook versus the dead Google+.
I really love Google+. I think for some time I used to visit Google+ more than I would visit Facebook or even Twitter, because I think that the quality of interactions I was getting there was extremely good. People had very informed opinions, educated opinions. Banter was really great. So yeah, definitely Google+ for me.
Okay. WhatsApp versus Telegram.
Telegram, definitely Telegram. Telegram is much better. When you delete when you delete posts, it doesn't inform the other person you've deleted it.
Yeah, that's a really nice thing.
Yeah, you can edit, how do you call it, text that you have sent without having to, do the whole correction thing and add an asterisk to them and so on. And then also, it doesn't belong to Facebook, so.
So, Jollof versus Wache.
Well, I don't see Wache being responsible for an international dispute where tech CEOs and foreign governments have had to weigh in on which of them tastes better. So I'll definitely say Ghana Jollof.
Okay. Which country or countries are or is currently on your bucket list?
Well, first I would want to see Kigali, Rwanda. I want to see what all the hype is about. I also want to see the River Jordan.
Okay.
The Jordan. Okay. Sorry, in the Jordan West Bank border. I think I would also be interested in seeing Canada.
Yeah, nice. Who is your favorite musician of all time?
That's a tough one because I listen to music from all sorts of genres. So I would say maybe Coldplay. I listen to a lot of Coldplay. I like KB and Lecrae, the whole 116 squad.
That's a nice selection there.
Hillsong. I love Hillsong.
Nice.
Yeah, also.
What series or books are you currently watching or reading?
For series, I am watching, I used to watch Big Bang Theory, but that has ended. I used to watch Suits, that has also ended, unfortunately. Scorpion is also a good one. Okay. And then I think Blacklist. I love Blacklist also. Okay. And then for the books, I am currently reading The Courage to be Disliked. I am also reading, the title has escaped me. I've forgotten the title, but it's around habits, forming habits, and why they're important. Okay. By Charles Duhigg. The Power of Habits. Yes, that's the title. Habits. Yes, that's the title.
What's your current phone and why did you buy it and what are the exact specs?
That's a very good question. It has been the center of many controversies on Twitter. I'm currently using the iPhone XS. I used to use the XS Max before this, but that one was quite too large, so I switched to this. And funny enough, I'm using this not because of the specs per se, but the experience that I get from it. Everyone who knows me knows I have been a very long-term Android user. So if I really wanted specs, I would have gone to the other side. Okay. Yeah.
So you are currently interested in experience?
The experience, yeah, which works for me. I have very basic needs for my phone now, so
that sounds about right.
Basic stuff, yeah.
Well, what's your guilty indulgence?
Probably everyone's going to see how empty my life is, but I just buy tech gadgets and then just try them out. After some time, just sell them off to recoup some of the money, and then go through that cycle again.
Interesting. I'm definitely coming to you for some second-hand item.
Definitely.
You can have only 3 apps on your phone. Pick them.
Give me Spotify, give me Telegram, and then the phone app. Yeah. I need to make some money-making calls, so yeah, it's very necessary.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
So it's called The Words. It's a 2012 drama mystery movie starring Bradley Cooper. I really love that movie. And then maybe I would also say Age of Adeline. I really like how that movie went. Blake Lively was very lovely in that movie. And then of course Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. I also love all the Marvel flicks, and then the Batman with Bane in it. I think that's the Dark Knight Rises or the Dark Knight. Okay. I've forgotten what the title is, but good Bane has some very good quotes.
Movies too.
So yeah.
What's one thing you wish everybody in the world knew and understood?
I think from how the world is going and how fast-paced everything is becoming, I think I wish many of us knew and appreciated empathy a lot. You know, many of us are extremely just concerned about people having it right on the first take, or you know, never faulting or never doing anything that would require them needing redemption or a second chance to come back.
That's important.
So many of us are more results driven, more profits driven, you know, to the detriment of humanity. Yeah. So I really wish that as we, of course, continue being competitive. I am competitive, I am innovative, I think. I am also, you know, results oriented. But in everything, I try to add a bit of empathy to it, because what is humanity if we are acting like the robots that we are creating?
Yeah, that's a good thing to keep in mind. How do you unwind after a long week?
Pretty simple. I just shower and sleep.
That's simple. Well, are you single?
Well, I guess if I'm filling a form, that's the answer I will choose. So.
Okay, good to know. The ultimate phone should have what specs?
Right now, you know, like I mentioned, I am not extremely concerned about specs any longer, but the ultimate phone should definitely give me a very long-lasting battery, so I don't have to keep charging every time.
Over and over.
And then, of course, I think the focus on cameras and videos are also important, because moments are to be cherished and to be, you know, kept. So definitely just these two. And then, of course, the user experience has to be very friendly. Everything has to just work well when you just want it to work.
Good to know.
Very basic.
Very basic.
Yeah,
you don't have high expectations?
No, not at all.
Okay. A simple man with a simple... That's good to know. Here's a weird one. How or when you will die, which would you prefer to know?
I want to know when.
Okay, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know how.
Okay.
I don't want to know how. I should probably die in my sleep or something, you know, like very, very peaceful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's another one to trigger you. I know a company whose idea is the future. What do you say to that? Wow. Well, here's your last 23.3 question. Let's end on a solid note. What are you hopeful to achieve come 2020?
So 2020, I hope to achieve more personal growth. There are some areas I have identified and I'm going to need help there. So I am going to just zoom in. I am also going to pick up some new habits. I think I'll probably sign up to the gym, you know, keep fit, not necessarily build new muscles, just to keep fit and then stay healthy and stay alive. And then I also hope to travel more, you know, probably see Rwanda and then Jordan. Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much, Kwamina, for hanging out with us.
All right, always welcome.
We'll definitely come over with more 23.3 questions some other time.
Sure, perfect.
Enjoy your day, man.
All right.